Hello and welcome to Defense on Ceres, session 88B. This time, we're basically just doing a makeup for Bacon, involving a little bit of time travel, as this happens technically before the last session. But I guess that shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, I hope so at least.
Yeah, probably. And even if not, like unless Bacon dies, like, we can probably rectify it. Will be pretty awkward to explain, how you were just an after image. Yeah, and that's what maybe gonna do highlight later down the line, depending on when he arrives, if he arrives.
All right, let me situate myself and actually decide what I'm going to do. Because I have some time. Hmm. Right. This was after what?
Let's see. Mm, Session before that, yeah,
I
you.
think I had, yeah, I was dead. Then quite entertained. Then I went back, had a talk with Noah, fixed myself, and then we had the PowerPoint presentations, correct?
Yeah, like you had like, yeah, and oh yeah, you also had like a dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. I have the dream. And I have to. Who died in the dream? I remember seeing uh Rourke killing someone. Who was he killing?
Oh, he was not killing someone. He was like having some like holding someone hostage or like imprisoning someone. You couldn't like properly make it out, but it sounded like a female.
All right. Well, I need to set up some counter Rourke measures.
All right. How are you gonna go about that?
Hmm. Well, I think I need to go up one up on the war crime scale.
Mm-hmm.
It was long due, but I can now get some quintessence, so it's perfect. I want to make my super bacteria,
Mm-hmm.
make a kill werewolf version, and buff it with Quint. So it actually does like ag damage and maybe works with them.
Mm-hmm. I see. I
Just
see.
fill it with primal energy.
Well, just filling your primal energy will only affect the batch you're working with, and the more it infects, the more it will be it will be diluted essentially. You catch
So
my
I need to make a bacteria that can extract prime. So I need to make it with prime 4, is what you're telling me.
Yep, this will be more like a prime 5, but yes.
No, the bacteria needs to have prime 4.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah. I mean, in a way, you can go and I would probably not do it like a proper roll. Instead, make it so that it just extracts it passively, essentially. As it like kills the victim, it like creates more of itself with the same charged thing. But yeah, also a thing of note here is that if you do this, like the bacteria worked so well with like the mushrooms because they were so dense, like the entire air was filled with them, like the
Yes,
ground, the
I'm
air,
aware.
everything. And with this, it has like a problem, even if air
Yeah,
doesn't
I
exist.
need to make it a normal disease.
Yeah.
I need to make it. I think I will call it COVID. But first, I will just. It's one of the ideas. I will just send it to my direct superior and ask, um, am I allowed to do this? I already had some rest- uh, comments before about too much biological warfare. Can I continue this project or not?
Okay. Well, you would get an answer pretty soonish, I think. That's kind of loaded question, but essentially is like boils down to uh, you can technically do it, but you need to keep the risk to a minimum, and of course, keep sending reports of how the situation develops, and if things go wrong, it's your responsibility essentially.
Oh, uh, okay. I will just have that in mind. I will call a general meeting with my crew, and the geologists would be invited if they want to participate or send one to at least note what news I have.
Okay, sure. Um, hmm. Actually, if you invite a geologist, then someone else might notice. Uh, and Nito Campus ask to join this meeting.
Perfect. He's. I will talk with him later, so he coming makes it much easier.
All right. Where would you want to like to do this?
Mm. Yeah, in my office it will be a bit cramped, but it's what we have.
All right. Okay. Let's delete this dude and shrink the Nordics down. You can sit on your thing if you want to. Uh, the other Nordic. Let's see.
And help
The
you a bit.
geologists. Where do we where the fuck do we have them? There we go. Let's see. What is the name of the dude? Yeah, Dr. Thompson. Cool. I didn't give him like a first name. Just Dr. Thompson. Nothing else.
Thompson's actually his first name. His last name is that's Hubert. It's Thompson Hubert.
My fucking god, no. I refuse this reality. I refuse it. And now for your own crew. Let's see. Now you're further up. Yeah. You have thanks for already dragging those out. Okay, that should be everyone, I think, and
Just missing Campos.
yeah, but he's like a different folder.
No, it's my thing under Hollow
Yeah,
Series.
yeah, no, I have him. Let's just put down. Yeah, you have like a very, 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 very cozy meeting in your office, and you see like Nito eyeing Mashi and Kelly in particular, but also like throwing like looks at Gudbrand and Civ.
Right? You just well, everyone's here. Very good. This is some well, let's say security meeting. More like gathering ideas. Well, Dr. Thompson, I'm not sure how aware of you are, as you are mostly dealing with Ceres, not Gribenoy, but uh, there is this race of like werewolf-like creatures that are somewhat related and protected by a very powerful werewolf EDE. I would just like send him the info with all we know about Rourke. And we had like after experimenting with some of these wolves, we had some. I seen an apparition of him before, and now he trying to probably detect that to mind terrors with me. So we need to have everyone alert. Those that don't have mind shield should probably get those. It's interesting. I'm not sure if it was to the dreams, but I still have mine up. I will remake it just to be sure, but and if anyone has any interesting ideas on countermeasures or uh, security protocols, you're invited to share.
Um, Nito Campus actually gets up on this and says, I have something in that regard. It's not directly related to the dreams themselves or the apparitions. I don't have the exact capabilities for that, but well, what I was suggest here is to create wards for basically all your personnel and place them on your people, mobile wards, of course. It's relatively easy. However, it will require some fin- require some expenditure of primal energy on your part.
Well, yes, that's true. Words always I don't work well with them, but I always forget. If I remember correctly, security chief was the one capable of doing unless Nito, are you able to do those? Like,
Not
is he enlightened or not?
Yeah, he is enlightened. He is actually an RT4 character.
Cool, based. But I could ask him, or yes, I believe that if we only do weaker ones and weaker mobile ones, there are other people that I could get. But yeah, with the current gray field outside of the portal, primal energy is not really an issue. I even the other day I spent some half an hour doing very unsafe castings to purify my body from contamination of primal essence and refill myself, and there is still an incredible amount. You just have to have some patience.
Hmm. That's good news, I suppose. Oh, there's another piece of bad news considering the outside. It's not directly related to anything directly what we're talking about here, but I do believe the security operation is at risk. You see, we are overextended. We don't have the right manpower. We have massive issues covering enough ground to keep them out. Like
Well,
we kill a few, and they cannot really harm us. But the but as we do it, we we basically don't get we don't get the chance to do something more permanent. Like it seems to be as if the further we go, the more we find of them, and the further we go, uh, there also seems to be like more on the horizon, like more land on the horizon. It's not a very good situation for us, at least not with the manpower we have currently allocated. Like,
yes, I understand your concerns, and this is something that bothers me a lot. But do not worry, I'm working on it. And with that, I just press the button to show. I'm trying to get this mass produced, but I'm making some new sort of clone soldiers for the Union. I already have the body template. They are something like a inferior version of Mushy, and but what's good with them that with my contacts in the Iteration X, I got some mind control ships that are currently being mass produced by Puku Base. So we already have one operational, let's say the Alpha one that is doing some testing. They are not under total uh, control like regular uh, clone troopers, but they are a good amount, and they already are ancestral enemies of the wolves.
hmm. Um, do you think they're ready for field deployment?
Uh, Honestly, on this inside Gribinoy, yes. If worse comes to happen, they decide to desert us and join the local mushroom tribes that will probably reject them. And we always have our final solution to to that.
I see. That makes perfect sense. I'm looking at this and well, uh, the way I see it, the only problem is with it that it lacks that it doesn't come with officers. But I suppose that is not that much of an issue as long as you don't get too many of them at once.
Yes, it would be like the regular personnel you have would all be transformed into officers and would lead a small group of them, and even if they after a while develop, as I said, they have their own mind. They're not under complete control, so they could earn combat experience, and with the time have like already be used enough to combat to be able to have lesser officer roles, but still would need a lot of supervision or more uh what's the name of the thing we do?
Yep.
Conditioning, more
Okay.
conditioning.
I see. That makes them very unique. What a well, there's some course of action I would recommend here. I still want to go ahead and essentially uh, focus on consolidating our gains instead of pushing further, creating outposts within Gribnoi, establishing intelligence networks and so on to make sure that well we can they don't come back into those territories, and until we have enough manpower to push further, especially with the upcoming base construction plans. I think we will have a lot more secure position in the long run. It just needs time.
Yes, and I recently uh, was on an operation capturing a downed vessel of the Dreadnought, and after capturing it, we could. It's extremely valuable, and we could turn parts of it into materials and monetary investments to accelerate the building process on Gribinoi.
That sounds excellent. I would also recommend investing in some war gear. I would like in particular um, some mines and
Yes, I was thinking of actually getting some, the modable helicopters and armored cars, just the basic ones. I also, Nitos, if did I ask you if you are interested? I show him the list of like wonders I have. I was thinking on liquidating those for this equipment. You can make a list of what you want for to like to buy with the money, but if you want one of those, they are currently available.
uh,
So I think I just uh promised one alacrity to Noah.
yes, and that's it. Also, I can check what exactly. Do you have the list at hand anymore? I have probably somewhere, but
I have on my character.
uh,
It's on my notes, bottom left, loot, 2 pugs, 6 armors, 5 online access, 5 PTS, 5 soap aggravated enhancements, 5 alacrity, 1 I can give it to Noah, 7 skeleton enhancements, 1 to Bowie, 4 rifles, 4 ionic gloves.
okay.
The rifles are laser ones, right?
Yeah, the laser rifles.
Laser rifles. And
Mm,
1 rod.
yeah. Yeah. No, he would also ask for an electricity. The rest he mostly has. Let's see. How much armor does he want, if any? Like electricity is how many points again? Because I don't think I want to exceed more than 5 dots of enhancement with this guy. Fuck, which book was that? I think Gods and Monsters. Crushing characters. Merge special advantages. Electricity, 2 to 6 points. Yeah, I think they were like max points, so max point ones, so probably 6. I think at least. Yeah. So, I guess. Yeah. That would be a 12. Pushing him right up at. No, it wouldn't be 12, it would be more. Fuck's sake. Okay, that would be not just a 9, would be 15. Yeah, still 4, I think. No, I don't think it would be all. Fuck. Yeah, it would be all points. Yeah, no, he doesn't have anything left over for armor. But the rest he should be fine. He already has like Skeleton Enhancement, Soak Egg, and TI. That's a good target.
I guess the armors can be used for the grunts.
Yeah. You can like, honestly I would probably wait until they've proven themselves and then give like the best ones.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Like the Elite Squad. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's interested in that. And he also tells you that, well, now that that's out of the way, well, not just that, like the mines, but also like some other basic supplies. I want to get, I want the ability to do like to set up some fences, just some regular ones, and maybe get a bunch of like concrete and and stuff to fill up certain certain caves. Just actually pile some rocks on it, pour some concrete on it, and be done with it. Just so they can't get back in. They have like a fuck ton of caves around where they can hide. I will write a proper list once the meeting is done, but it shouldn't be too crazy. I think the only thing that could be expensive is the mines, but there's little I can do about that. I guess also the sensors can be somewhat expensive, although you only need them in a few positions. And I would like to coordinate them, like over here, essentially. I feel like to do remote surveillance.
Yes, it's a good. We even have to extend some sensors to there to work with the what's the name of the thing that Domino made?
It's called
It's always
search.
some stupid. Yeah, to coordinate with the search device we created to detect EDs. It's connected to all bases on Ceres, so if anything is detected, it would get fast response for everyone.
Yes, would be excellent. It's nice to have some currency on board. And I also met with the syndicate. I forgot his name. That's currently strolling around in Gribnoi. Seems he has like a lot of ideas that he wants to do. He just keeps on and on about it. I almost shot him the other day.
Understandable. He, you know how it is. Young entrepreneurs, they still didn't have too many bankruptcies, so they're always excited.
Let's hope they let's hope they would they will understand soon. I guess, my god. If I'm not gonna shoot them, the other man will.
Yeah. If he's walking around there, that's good to know. I will have a talk with him. But yeah, I think if the others don't have anything else to say, for now I'm planning on what I know best. I will try to make some sort of super weapon to deal with EDs. So if whatever this Rorik guy is doing, I would be able to kill him, or it just create a regular disease to affect the Homo rorikensis, but probably won't be able to get a complete extermination with this disease.
Relax perception, empathy.
To notice that the Nordics don't like hate crimes.
Ah, yes,
No, I already know.
that's
I
fair.
already know that how they are, but
Kelly just, sits in the corner, sits there, sharp as a sword. Mashi asks, can I, if she can help.
of course you can. I will start the work soon. I just need to talk with this syndicate guy. But if you want, you can come with me to that as well.
Sure thing.
Getting funding is very important thing on the business of science.
She nods and says, she's very happy and gives you a nice smile.
Right? If no one else has anything to say, I would close the meeting.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Thompson comes like up to you after the meeting and says, I think our stay here will come soon to an end. I had hoped to get the chance to talk with you properly, and I guess now is the best time for it. I expect only a few more weeks until we're done here, at worst. And as a little bit of a token of our appreciation, we want to essentially offer you the possibility of serving some of your territory if you want to. We don't have much resources. We're already doing something similar for someone else. But if you want to, we can.
Wait, he's offering survey or other thing?
Yeah, it's a survey. Like
Okay.
instead of crypto, right? Like just a little bit.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. It would make things easier. Well, yeah, I know you are all busy. I just grabbed the map and if you have the extra time, this would be the ideal areas to survey. And being like close to the places we plan to build to do the buildings, like the farming area, the area going from the farming area to the portal and around the portal.
Hmm. All right.
We are planning on building around this region, so if you know anything that should be relevant here, it would be very much appreciated.
All right. We'll do. Roll me like a 2 luck die. Oh. Oh well. Okay.
Well, I think it's good because we don't find oil where we want to build the public plaza.
Yeah. Okay. Let's make this simple, so I don't have like give you the information in a few weeks. But essentially, what they're gonna tell you is once they're leaving, essentially, is that like around the farming base, there's basically nothing. The ground is very fertile, that they can confirm, but the rest is basically not that interesting. in terms of like extracting any form of minerals or even like the rocks. what what they do find is let me just quickly Google that. But they find a material that you need for making like concrete, like the main ingredients for it. I forgot what it's called. And I don't mean the sand or anything, or the other thing.
Yes, lime,
Yeah,
right?
maybe. Let's see. They are made out of what? What goes in?
Yeah, I think it's calcium carbonate,
Makes sense.
right? Yeah.
Oh, let's just say you find a bunch of minerals that are good for concrete making in the vicinity of like the caverns down there. Like they were missed originally when the party checked it out. But yeah, limestone, shale, chalk, marl combined with shale plus furnace. Okay. Yeah, no. Let's just say, yeah. Let's just keep that. Let's say it's primarily limestone, but other materials as well. And it was originally missed, but they managed to uncover it through combination of sheer luck and well, having a lot more expertise, like a lot more experience in this kind of thing that the party does.
Right, and the limestone is near the port, right?
Yeah. So one near the portal.
Okay. That would actually be useful.
Okay. And yeah. And is there like anyone do you want to speak with that's present at the meeting?
No, like so I would go try to find the syndicate guy if it's possible. While then after that I would just basically spend the rest of the character would spend the rest of the time planning on how to make the best and most deadly disease to deal with a sparse population.
Alright. Okay, let's note it down. Bacon talks to all members. His base. Base about war crimes. And also for survey. Okay. Okay. And for the other dude, huh? Let's see. How many luck die where he currently is? Damn. Okay, I try to find them. Eventually check, eventually check the, emails, and yeah. Looks like, he went out, a while ago. And he's currently on the ship. Presumably at least.
Right, so on his ship.
Yeah, he's on a ship.
And where that is.
In Gripnoy. Like, they're currently, still out and about looking.
Alright, well, I have my own ship, so I can go meet him.
Yes. You could also go and, just contact him. Like you do the other party members. But yeah, you can also go and fly out. Actually, can you? Yeah, probably you have like, yeah, you have Kelly. What ship are you gonna use? The Tesla or the other ship?
Um,
Yeah.
the Tesla only has space for 2 people. So I would go with the Vizoshika.
Okay. My God.
It's at space for 4 people. And like it's already fixed, right? It can't be used by normal people.
Yeah, yeah. I think Ems did that session before that. I did it before this one, so it should be fine. Let's just say it's fine. And yeah, I guess for demonstrative purposes, let's just go and slap it here. Actually, no, it should be like, yeah, just go here. Oh, let's drag the ship out. It's big enough, and they I think have a nice little. I think it's a patrol engine. Maybe. Actually, I need to check because I don't remember. It's been so long. Thunder Society settlement. They have Anthony Booker. Yeah, they have a patrol engine.
I just want to say that my ship is more expensive, so I won.
This is true. Very true. Oh. It is correct dimensions, yes. And I also need to clean out fucking Domino from the GM layer. And goodbye. Okay. You actually find them just like hovering around. Just they seem to be doing active scans. Meaning they're not that hard to track. On the ground you see like some black spots. Presumably from laser fire. As you would be very familiar with that kind of aftermatch.
Yeah, probably shooting some of the natives.
But yeah, it does drive home, however, Nito's previous point that they don't have like a real ability to like stop them from like crawling back in because
Yep.
you're not that far away. Okay, and yeah, you're being hailed once you get closer. And you see the face of Anthony, who is the syndicate guy.
issue that comes, or I already landed.
Oh, that's before you land, like once you approach, essentially.
Okay, yeah. Through comms, alright.
Yeah. And yeah, so Mr. Stanek, what what do we owe the pleasure to?
Yeah, just give me a moment. Ah, Mr. What's his name again? I already forgot it.
Alright, I'm gonna like just pull it out and put this proper
Yes, because
link. There you go.
Anthony, alright. I was thinking is was that it was with an A, but yeah. Ah, Mr. Anthony. Yeah, I just, as I said before, last meeting it was a bit short. I was busy with time, so I wanted to have some better talks about some other things, and but at least you can see it. The operation I was doing was very successful. We just got this new ship for the Union.
Looks quite interesting. There doesn't seem to be a Union make, however, at least as far as I can tell. I'm not an expert, of course, but is that an enemy ship?
Yes, we captured and converted it, purified and converted.
Interesting. I didn't know that it was possible. And you seem like pull out a pad and like write something down.
Me neither, to be honest. It 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 was very weird, but with some work from very talented people, we managed to have it usable.
Hmm. Excellent, excellent. Do those talent people have a name?
Uh, yes, it was Mr. Hyde that helped me to do this.
He see
The
like no.
construct manager from Rongo Base.
Hmm. He nods and he seems to like note down more stuff. Well done. Shall we have a nice discussion face to face then? I brought like a foldable table and some chairs. There should be somewhere in the cargo hold. And as he like says that, you see like the officer that's like with him. It's like a security detail. Like roll his eyes.
Well, I miss most of it, but yeah, so let's talk face to face and don't annoy your guard.
All right. And yeah, the ship lands, and you see Anthony go and like drag out a bunch of uh, like foldable chairs. Uh, you know, he has like he's like guards next to him, but they just like look at him, and seems to be more focused on securing the area rather than helping him.
Completely expected here, probably annoyed, but I would help him to set up the chairs.
And yeah, and brings also a table out once the chairs are done, and then finally sits down. Whew, that was quite something. And he like pulls out like a bottle of water and some glasses. He, you don't recognize the brand, but it looks expensive.
Alright, expensive water, sure.
Do you not
And
have that in
I
Brazil?
no, I actually knew a very rich girl that she would buy those Norwegian glacier water.
Oh, fucking
Y-
madness.
Yeah,
But yeah.
indeed.
Okay, let me check something. My ping is non-existent apparently. Huh.
I mean, that's good.
Well, it
Lower
would
the
be.
ping, the
It
faster the connection.
Yeah, but it's like one of those cases where it's like no data available.
It sounds fine to me.
Hmm. Whatever. Maybe that's just a graphical glitch. But yeah. It says yeah. It looks pretty promising what we found here. Like the only real problem we see right now is a complete lack of local infrastructure. It's a bit untamed. I believe our our guards here, and he like claps one of them on the shoulder, who proceeds to ignore him. He's completely capable of protecting us from anything that lives here.
Indeed, I agree with you. Well, together with the ship, I got some extra things that I plan to exchange for materials to kickstart the from my own pockets the infrastructure program. Actually, if you're interested to do the reselling within the union, here is the list of the things I have, and then I pass a list with the non-claimed wonders.
Huh. He then looks it over and says, pretty standard stuff, but there's always a market for that. I'm sure that the union has some people interested in that. There's always an agent here or there that would love to upgrade. So yeah, sure.
Indeed,
I can
and
I can see about what you can do. But well, what do you want for that? Just cash or?
oh, I actually have uh, we have to see from like the actual value, how much do you think you can get from this? So, what would be the like how many of percent of the wonder dots or background points would we get from this?
Hmm. Like things. And do it. I think you calculated this a while ago. How much is it in total?
Yes, without removing two alacrities and one skeleton enhancement, it would be 173 background points or 57.6 wonder dots.
173, you said, and
Background points,
yeah,
yes.
background points. Yeah.
Equivalent to 57.6 wonders
Yeah.
dots.
So the electricity was 6, which you move twice. That's like a good size of a thing.
I will recalculate later if I consider the electricity is the minimum or the maximum amount, or something like average,
Hmm.
but it wouldn't mess too much with the calculation right now.
Well, I think he says that I can at least get half price for everything for sure, and with a little bit of luck, we should be cutting down the loss to like 20%. All depends, of course, how fast you want results. This of our already includes our cut, of course.
Oh, yes, I was expecting that. But yeah, seems like a reasonable amount. I also have other sources of funding, but we can we can think of that. And for what would be directed, I already have this initial list from the local security chief. The one for Gribenoy to what he plans to get to improve the security of the region, and with that and with some other valuable scrap, I intend to buy a great amount of building materials and start and some personnel to start building things around.
Hmm. No, I was about to offer you something in that regard. Well, ideally, I would like to see uh, some something more permanent. So as we expand our operations, there will always be a need to have someone here that can well do some low tech building, digging, of course, pouring concrete, uh, making building walls, and really anything. And to that end, we're actually willing to bring in some people of our own. They're not well, uh, they're not proper people from the syndicate, but they're associates and are deemed safe. Some contractors back from Earth, essentially. They would be living here permanently, which will require your permission, and of course, as part of their contract, we do plan to settle them and their families here. We would like to do rent, some sort of rent project, but at least well, the contractors directly, the ones, the ones that are in charge of the operations, they should have something more permanent, as we do hope to have some sort of a, well, elite eventually. Someone that has money to reinvest into our projects.
Mm, indeed, yes, that would be very good. It would make it easier so I don't have to actually get my own contractors. I was going to actually, how many are you thinking on bringing?
Well, actually
Uh,
quite a number. I'm thinking of at least a dozen, just for the construction itself.
right? A dozen, reasonable. Uh, I would also have something that I'm currently is being borrowed by someone, but it's time for me to get back. I have some for support. Basically, I can get these contractors for helpers. You know, on construction, how you have the proper builders and the shit builders that just do the menial job.
Uh huh.
I have some very interesting creatures we found some time ago. Some like small lizard guys that are very good at using power tools and copying and obeying orders. Mr. Hyde already used them for on his building project several times, and it's time for me to get them back and send them back to work. So it can already do an extra boost, and it makes the ones you bring to focus on more important things. And
Hmm.
yes, it would be the ideal to have builders settled here, at least important people and for from the company.
Hmm. Well, you have to. Well, you have to probably tell the people from the company how exactly they work, and well, introduce them to it. Keep in mind they come directly from Earth, meaning that their views are a bit more narrow.
Ah, don't worry, I am already a bit used to it, even within the in itself, I know how to probably deal with that and explain. It's I'm only offering this extra support for them because I have these creatures for me with for a long while, and they are already well tested in the building field.
Hmm. Of
Yeah,
course.
if you can bring that with materials I'm plan to getting, we could accelerate the
Yeah.
start. That would be very great,
So
and
essentially,
it would
yes.
go ahead.
Oh,
No,
well,
no, go ahead.
well, essentially, I just want to make sure that we understand each other. We bring in the manpower with the expertise. You bring in some helpers and the construction materials, and of course, you're offering up some land essentially for them to live on.
Yes, I will. I still have some final things to do, and but I can send a message to you to confirm that I will have the materials ready, and it could probably arrive in the same in either with the usual supplier routes or if you want to set up a direct transportation, we could set it up to come with the contractors if they don't come with the usual supply routes.
Hmm. Of course, yeah, we can probably do something. Depends on our luck, but ideally we want to get this operation off the ground early, so it would be he would be willing to invest into some proper transportation. Our partners within the Void Engineers um, are probably willing to cover that.
Right, that just brings me to the final thing. Remember the offer you made about the uh, lab to work with some projects and work with clone uh, the clones or soldiers I was producing.
Ah, yes, I do remember.
Well, I think that that should be one of the first things built around here. Because you see, even though we have all this care with protection, I just point at one of the burn marks. Sometimes one of the locals just escapes, and it would be much better if we had some hundreds of troops ready to walk around and protect the place.
Ah, that's sounds like a good idea. How the well about the project? Like, how long does it take for them to be proper operational?
Uh, well, for proper union use, it would take the time of conditioning, pretty much. Their production is 3 days. The production of the mind control chips, it's even faster. For regular use, they would only need the conditioning, but under this special circumstance that we found ourselves in, on a very isolated place, no no contacts to nowhere to run, to hide, to do anything out of protocol. The minimum conditioning they come with should be enough to do our operations. Even more so that the locals are extremely hostile to them.
Ah,
So yes, it's if I get a one body shaped piece of biomatter and 3 days I can make one.
that sounds excellent. About the chips, I don't quite remember. I need to go over my notes, but where are you getting them from?
I'm got in contact with the production facility in Pico Base that had some spare capacity, and talking with Mr. Futao, tested and is already producing some of them. It's not a complete mass production yet, but it should be enough for the first few dozens we make.
Hmm. Next, yeah, scratch this gen. Well, maybe we can cut a deal with Mr. Tao and perhaps offer him some monetary compensation um, for his assistance in this project, and just make sure a steady stream comes from his base. And truth be told, and he like lowers his voice as if he was telling you a great secret. I hear some rumors that this base is not doing too well financially, and some of my colleagues are thinking maybe we can, you know, maybe we can like wrestle in on his position. And he like takes he grins and takes like a sip of water, trying to look like he accomplished something great just now.
Well, I wish you luck with that endeavor, but one tip is that indeed that base might be under some issues, but Mr. Futao and Mr. Samonio are very competent people that you shouldn't underestimate. So if you or your colleagues ever try to do anything, I must warn you, be careful because they know what they're doing.
Alright, I will keep that in mind.
Well, I think that's everything decided, and that was a very fruitful meeting. If you excuse me, he just looks at his like at a clock. I have some things I have to do still this day. I need to start making more newer bioweapons of mass destruction, so
Uh,
I need to return to my lab. It was nice to meet you again, Mr. Anthony Booker. Enjoy your stay on this wonderful place.
thank you very much. I will send you the full list of investment ideas once I'm done here. But I think you will find it quite attractive. Some proposals are, of course, a bit more, let's say, expensive than the others, but I think all of them are worthwhile. And well, out of character, I'm just gonna send you.
Yeah, let's leave the super disease for later because I still have to think about it and like
Yeah,
it's probably going to be a lot of roles and more a downtime thing, but he
yeah,
would start working on that.
yeah,
So yeah, Allied, you can go now.
yeah. But before that, I guess I'm gonna send you the list real quick. Like the thing I marked red is not that certain because it requires like EMS's like permission, so it's a bit up the air, but the rest should be fine-ish. I mean, I guess like the same goes for the other droid thing, but you'll see like once you read it. Everything involves other players. It's a bit unsafe, but yeah. Okay, and I guess we're gonna take like a little bit of a break, and then we go to Allied.
Where did you send the thing?
In group chat.
Oh, all right, all right. I was just like,
Yeah, it's just notes,
where?
so it's a bit chaotic.
Hmm, subscription program.
Yes. essentially just doing like data management. Like similar to what they do with um like the barcodes and stuff, like how it's like centrally managed. So similar to that, or I guess like like MAC addresses and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, and like I think all of those plans more or less require them to build like actually they're gonna like build an office for the basically everything, like near the portal. Like it's gonna be like separate ones, like the construction one has like it's gonna have like its own office, and same with like the subscription thing, and of course your lab is gonna have like its own offices there. Well, it's probably not proper offices, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
I'm not sure how exactly handle it, but I'm really tempted to just go and like do it. Like essentially just make like a list there, what's in there, and then give them like resource ratings to like and influence ratings to like the show their power and stuff. Just make it not too complicated.
Yeah, actually think like calculating stuff, and it's not proper basis, so yeah, just
Yeah,
having offices would be easier.
yeah. Maybe I could do like a central like rating for like security as well. But I'm gonna see how it goes. I actually don't want to invent anything new. Just have it somewhat simple. Okay. And well, as I said, I'm gonna go and take a quick break. Feel free to talk to Makizada.
So like, are you here or still driving?
Oh, no, I'm here.
Right. I tried to convince the upstarts to not fuck with Futao, but they'll
That's
try.
that's fine. Fuck around and find out. That's all I can say. In space, nobody can find your bodies.
Yeah, just do that after I get the money.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello, back.
So, I guess it's time to pull over to your base. At least it's, I think, where you were.
Yes. Please help. They won't let me out of the base. Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
I mean, you can always open the airlock and walk out.
I can. Well, I mean, I could, but I can't breathe in space yet, so.
I mean, you don't need to breathe in space if you become a robot. Oh my god. But yeah. Anyways, what are your plans for today?
Well, if I remember correctly, what is this? Yes, unit will be. That's fine. I'm sure we could just buy from. Oh yeah, what other nation?
I mean,
Uh,
I actually read something interesting about that. Do you know that um, they're like buying from certain nations that like refine it? I don't want to get too political, but essentially they're buying Russian oil, but via proxies. Which probably also means
amazing.
like also probably means you're paying extra.
Oh,
But yeah, anyways.
God bless. What the fuck? Where you at, Sam? What did I do last time?
Well, last time was answered before.
People called me, I think.
Yeah, you talked about Danielle, our Tristan with Danielle and
Oh,
Futao.
that's right. Futao and Danielle about the traitor to the Void Engineers.
Yes. Well,
And then we were told a new person's coming in.
yeah. I'm actually not quite sure when, where this exactly happens. Cause this would be still before like you get the official announcement. That's but yeah. Well, I guess Danielle is off somewhere. For once, he's not wanting to go out patrolling, but instead like mulling over records.
That's fine. All right. So, would they be here yet in any capacity?
They wouldn't be here quite yet, but let me just okay. Let's make it really simple. Just roll a luck die. Just a straight up one.
Nope, they're not here yet.
Oh, no, it was more like you detecting them like early.
Uh,
Like,
Verdomer, we have sensors and shit, like
yeah, but
looking for incoming and outgoing vessels, especially after the fucking threat. No, you're really gonna have that based on luck and not a perception check.
well, yes, of course, because it's not just it's not just you're noticing a ship coming because there are constantly ships coming in. It's more like your crew members figuring out, oh, this is this is like oh, we have a bunch of people coming in that don't seem to like leave immediately, and then bring it up to your attention and so on and so forth. I could do like a bunch of routes essentially to like make this like a logical chain, but I think a luck die is an easier solution.
All right, whatever. Then with that being the case, I need to go see Doctor. I need to go talk to Doctor Zim about trying to get some of his people set up here to cut off the New World Order's influence.
Okay,
Because we are starting to grow.
that is perfectly acceptable. Any preference where would you want to talk? Because you essentially he would be like mostly on board of his ship, not his ship, but like Noah's ship.
I
So
was gonna say Noah's not dead just yet.
not yet, yeah. Oh, speaking of Noah's ship, Bacon, are you still here? Oh.
Yes.
Do remind me at some point that we still need to like to do the talk with your father. I just
Oh yeah,
remembered that
that's
he's
true.
also on the ship. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, let's just say like where do you want to talk?
Me?
Where do you want to talk with him?
Wherever I can get a hold of him. Like I don't really care much about because everybody on his ship should be a void engineer.
Well, not everybody. There's you know that there is a white suit on board of Noah's ship.
Oh, then he's gonna be coming to my fucking face. And I'm not risking that shit. That
Yeah. Sensible
I
choice.
I ain't gonna fucking ain't nobody touching that cursed shit. Fucking white suits. Fucking New World Order.
Yeah.
I said it's both a void engineer and a Cindy.
But yeah, feel free to drag yourself out. And I guess I'm gonna look for Dr. Anzim. I should probably go down. Or up? No, up. Actually. You know. Dr. Anzim comes in and says, hello, Mr. O'Neill. Glad
Oh,
I'm glad to see you again. What brings you? What makes you want to talk with me so quickly again?
well, I've come to realize an issue. One would say. Well, maybe not to you, but to me at least. At the rate of expansion that is going on here on Ceres and potentially Grimnoid in the future, and what the fuck did Ems call his shit?
Some weird name.
Hydania or some shit like that. And fuck it, he says just go. And Hydania, um, has been brought to my attention that sooner or later these suits are going to want to get involved up here due to the personnel not directly under their watch. And to cut that off ahead of time, I was hoping your department would be capable of stepping in instead. And how to go about getting that. Because I'd rather avoid engineer than somebody I'd have to kill.
And that's a sensible approach. I think we can keep them out on long distance surveillance. That's more a PDC thing, and we usually make sure that they don't have any ability to detect too much that they shouldn't know about. But yeah, you're correct. That seems like a sensible approach. We're a bit short on manpower. That's however the problem. We are very busy in inducting new people, breaking their programming, so they can properly serve.
What branch is he under again?
Excuse me? Could you repeat that? I didn't catch that.
What branch is he under again?
He is under the Neutralization Specialist Corps. It's like the his exact branch, like sub branch, is the DIMH, the Cards Institute of Mental Health.
Oh, okay. It's underneath the neutralization specialist corps. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, no. So, well, I'm not asking for like the best. I'm not asking for you to be stationed here, though. That would be rather hilarious. But I do. What shuffling would I could I help work towards to ensure that they can only observe at a distance, if that?
Oh no, like the observing the distance is the one thing we can prevent for sure. As
Yeah.
but
Well,
but within the bases, it's a lot harder to keep them out. And hmm, I think I may be able. You may be able to trade for some unenlightened personnel, at least one. But
mhm.
I, I think that's all I can promise here, unless we get something. We get some really good idea. Really good idea because as I said before, we are really stretched thin.
No, that should be more than enough to help cook the books in certain directions for the time being, especially with the syndicate. I know that there was Futao told me that there was Cindy's poking around up here, right? Like I don't exactly know where.
I think at this point you would know that.
So I
Yeah.
think somebody told me Bacon had a meeting with Cindy's, but he didn't. Like that was it. Like there was no like.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. I mean, you can probably make some guesswork. That's probably crypto related because that's the only thing that Bacon has exclusively rights over. Well,
Yeah.
more or less exclusively, anyways.
Um. But yeah, so yeah, it's like yeah, especially with the Roastermania. Uh, yeah, that should be more than enough, and then work help work with. He makes it like a face with the Cindy's that are being put up here or poking around to keep them off their backs. I'm sure you're aware of the love the two conventions have for each other.
Very true. Very, very true. That's probably for the best. I mean, if you really want to, you maybe should like talk to them, and maybe they're willing to like spend some resources to keep them off their
No,
asses.
Sam like puts a hand like on like the table like Azim, you never want to be in debt to a Cindy.
Uh, had some bad experience.
I was cross trained. They are good people, but the bottom line is what matters at the end of the day, or as close to it as possible. A debt here becomes a favor there, and soon you are playing politics for multiple things with no out. It is a game I would rather avoid if possible.
Very understandable. Very understandable. But uh, I fear that means your well options are quite limited.
That's fair. Well, um, so basically, Radomer, he said I can either get an unenlightened, I can try to get an unenlightened guy, and or go to the Cindy's to try to help circumnavigate the New World Order setting up shop.
Yeah.
Would me getting a PhD in psychology help to drive them off?
It probably actually wouldn't. Because you can't be the commander and like the and like a health expert at the same time, at least not efficiently. You usually like a second person because like a doctor is not supposed to diagnose himself and all that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Plus, you're caught up in your own duties.
Well, when a contract runs perfect, or as close to perfect as possible, you really don't have to worry about too many issues, and it's a nice, pleasant surprise. How I know it's only been a day, but has the technician been any strange effects he's displayed, or he's still just quote unquote himself?
No strange effects, but at least from what you know is that there is like actually did like something to his mind, and that something is probably gonna end up taking it out of the picture for a long time. As I try to figure it out. Whatever has been done is quite nasty, and while it's sort of like a hack job, as far as they can tell,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's still done by someone like with like very potent and enlightened science.
Gotcha. Alright. But yeah, Sam just nods his head because I think he was able to get to work on that paperwork for seeing about one of the enlightened men from your department. Hopefully that's enough, and then I will speak with Fu Tao and cry about the budget once more to see what can be pulled. Do you have any recommendations, per se, about what other steps for his contracts grow? Like what should we be looking out to prevent issues before they become a thing?
Well, I believe it would be wise in the long run as the bases grow, to take morale into account. I believe something needs to be done as the place is quite cramped. Um, have you ever heard about the Dark Side Moon Base?
I have heard of it, never was stationed
So give me a sec, someone's at my door.
there. They're here to talk to you about the dark side of the moon.
Okay, I'm back.
Um, but yeah, I've heard some bits of it, but I was never stationed there per se.
Yes, quite a strange place, and to repeat, the complete reduction of morale. Well, I believe some local conditions played into it. I do believe that the accommodations and environment in general are probably pretty uh, pretty much inducing that state by themselves. So probably something in that regard would help. Other than that, well, I think some regular group trainings and activities would help forge a nice bond between each other, especially since you have so many different conventions already here, with the ships coming through, and of course I believe you have syndicates, several branches of the Void Engineers, and some group activities do help keeping the base in good shape, and as they learn to better coordinate with each other, trust each other.
Yes, I have spoken with Noah about potentially working on some form of relaxation R&R style thing for the base itself. And as for the group bonding, no kind of put a wrench in that plan for the time being.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. O'Neill, but could you please explain this further? I haven't exactly kept up to with those reports.
The group bonding, or
No, the plans that Noah threw a wrench into.
no. I said that threat. No, through wrench into.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
that.
course.
Yeah, no, I said no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had said threat no, but I was working with trying to get the Marines and other technicians to bond with the various syndicate personnel here that really aren't the clones per se. Have them more interact with one another, share some form of, you know, civil, not civil, just community with one another. Those that are permanently stationed, Eric was permanently stationed, and those that come and go. It's been a hit or miss. We've had a couple of Marines that have had to deal with, they thought they were tough king shit, and they've had to be punished accordingly. Whereas the syndicate are not really used. They're still adjusting to being out here in the deep space. So
Hmm.
it's overall been a learning experience. But so far, no. From what it appears to be, no major harm or foul has been done, and some progress was being made.
That sounds very promising. That sounds very promising. I guess it does it does pay to continue keeping an eye on the state of the syndicates. But other than that, I honestly don't think I can give you any more advice than more than this.
Do you think a morale officer will be necessary in the future?
No, no, I don't think it would be necessary. Um, it would be helpful,
No.
but not necessary. I suppose if the base exponentially grows, then it will be necessary. But truth be told, I don't think it's financially viable to make a base too big. At some point, you're better off just outsourcing the work to some other construct that is not located in space. We're talking about in the thousands, as a and that's because we're talking about uh, the the new bases, the new construction project in Proxima Centauri.
Hmm.
Is that
How is that project going currently? I've not actually heard any updated information since the vote.
well, I believe they're still scouting, but there have been some reports of from like the engineer corps um, getting started on setting up basic accommodations for a long-term construction project.
Hmm. That's good to hear. I while I while I still do not full-heartedly agree with the fact that Alpha Centauri is a focus after while Threatenol is still poking around between here and there. It's good to see that they're making headway. I
Um,
forget. I think Azim was against my project idea, and
yeah.
I think he was just for like the other one that was the other like one of the other four prevented.
Oh yeah, like he was against just doing mass surveillance.
Yeah. No. I meant the bad guy in the boat or whatever the fuck. He was in one of the other camps.
What did affect out or what?
He's in one of the other he was in one of the other political camps. I guess you could refer to it as.
Let me check.
I can't find Noah's ship on the fucking list over here. Okay.
Noah's ship is not on like his proper show. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but I thought Fu Tao was visible though. Not Fu Tao. I thought Dr. Zim was visible.
I mean, he is visible.
Huh.
I don't think he has opposed you particularly. He has voiced some concerns. But generally
Yeah, no,
speaking,
it was more. I'm not saying like he's gone out of his way to like fight me. I think it was more of the like politically he thought resources should be put elsewhere.
not sure. Not quite
I might
sure.
be I might be mixing him with somebody else.
Well, I don't remember it, but possibly. But like generally speaking, he's not aligned with like any faction properly. He is
Yeah.
more. He's more. I guess like a neutral party.
Yeah. But yeah, and then also Sam like in the back of his head goes, "Oh, better get Fu Tao on that shit too. Gotta expand our reach. Gotta ensure that all corners of the project are secured.
Oh my god.
Imagine the money we can make from Alpha Centauri and Ceres for Dahmer. Factories exporting and distances being cut. Oh yes, that's right. I need to talk to Noah about something. But yeah, so he's gonna. Well, I thank you for that update, Doctor Zeman. I do wish you the best of luck and good hunting, good people keep. I'm not really sure what to wish you for your duties on Noah's ship. Good luck.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's adequate. At least my patients need a lot of luck to not get into something very dangerous. Because let's be real, not a lot of them are getting themselves injured mentally. I mean, on purpose. Most of them are just really unlucky.
Yes, I've recently experienced that, and it really do need to find a better way to protect our minds. And more ways than one. Electro Man sounds like he's about to break away from the Union color eyes. But yeah, and then like Sam's gonna like thank him, and then once he's gone, he's gonna shoot a message for because Noah's still. I don't know where Noah is, but I know he's still around. To have a meeting with Noah. Well, to basically get approval from Noah, or if possible, inform Noah of what he wants to do the plan, which was setting up the a quantum gateway to cut out like like a bunch of like safety concerns in terms of ships and everything going from the station nearby to here.
Ah, yeah. Okay, let me check something in my notes real quick. Oh boy. Yeah, no, you have to contact him, but it does seem that he's quite busy for today. Well, he's actually with Hyde at the moment, and they're doing some project together. He doesn't go into the details, but from what you get from his answers, is that it's something big and important. Out of character, this is
No,
this is
I know this is them going off to format space. So
yeah.
like, what do I get? Like his set? Does his second in command make rulings while he's gone?
Yes, technically, that's true.
Oh no! Hold on. I want to talk to Fu Tao then before I bring that up.
Sure. Do you bring Futao in your office or?
I mean, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll go to his office. I'll go to Fu Tao's office and go bother him that way.
Okay, time to switch places, I suppose. Let's
And I go over here.
yeah, you go over here, and he sits in there, and yeah, come in, and that's all, Mr. O'Neill. Glad to see you.
That's right, Futao. I'm back already. I have a lot of catch-up work to do. Yes. So, real fast. Number one, Alpha Centauri. He gives him the update on Alpha Centauri.
He nods. To be expected for a project
Yes.
of this scale. Its
He.
entire solar system, entire star system, after all.
Yes. But we gotta keep an eye open for getting our teeth into it. It's an untapped market. Um, but besides that, how, in terms of resource expenditure and budgeting, from here to, again, whatever the fuck the station's name is, if we could shrink that to an extent and still have the same amount or sufficiently more supplies funneled to, without having to account for the wear and tear, maintenance, fuel expenditures, is it a significant enough chunk to worry about in the budget?
Let him run some numbers. Let's see. It's,
Oh, time to see him and help do rolls.
let's see. Does he have anything that helps him in general? He
He's
has
got
a.
an AI.
He's also got a visual data analysis thing, which allows him to like, essentially get the. Let's just get like all data he needs. Yeah, fuck it. I don't think he can. He cannot fail this, so especially if not with the AI.
Let's see how German he gets with the logistics and this.
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, it's just gonna be some supportive action. Let's see. Yes. Oh, he has like. Oh, right. He also has himself buffed. His int is buffed by 2.
What did he buff? Why did he buff?
It was necessary. But yeah. Yeah, it's just a 6, and then we have like his AI. What the fuck is his AI? Did I put it in here? Yeah, I did. I think. Help.
I want to see what the fuck his AI roll is like, because this is wild.
Oops.
Based AI and out big braining food towel.
Man, that's like a one of them is like a domino roll. Oh, you have a million dice. Oh, it doesn't. It's not that good. But I think yeah, he has like a specialty that helps him. So it's actually 2 successes, so 6 in total.
Here, food towel, I got you. This is what it should have looked like. Even that was bad. Jesus Christ.
That's okay, ish. But yeah, 6 successes, and after a while, yeah, he gets back to you. Sorry for waiting, but I think I have it now, and yeah, it would probably cut down cost a lot, but it would also shift some cost. However, I think we can justify it somewhat, given that we have so many bases now on Ceres. It will be a drain on our reactor, I believe, but it should be doable. Like quite a bit.
Actually, curious how much our reactors actually being used.
Like how much do you mean like for
Yeah, I have 13 like frequent produced and 5 tasks.
Yeah.
Really, the reactor's not being used per se. I think I'm one of the only positive no like bases on Ceres still.
No, no, Ems actually doesn't use like a lot of his stuff either, and keeps on fighting. Neck is the one that essentially just blows it whenever he can. Like the man creates a lot of wonders, but holy shit. So let's see, where is the correspondence chart? 'Cause, like, did I ever tell you like how vast the distance is?
Yeah, she said it requires it's in our DMs if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be in
probably.
our DMs. And I remember you specifically telling me a number.
Yeah.
I think you said 5. Yeah, because if it's from so if it had been from here to Earth, it was 8.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So from here to the space station would have been 5.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. So yeah, I think here it's equal to successes. So yeah, no, yeah, you need a 5 quint to like maintain it. But yeah, and Futao like gives you a smile and says, well, with the depending on frequency, of course. I think at least if you like just get supplies through this way and then redistribute them locally, we should be able to get back into the green even without you doing all those favors. Although if you still do them, we will have more operational capital at hand.
Which will be useful. I don't know when those other Cindy's are supposed to show up, but I'm sure they'll be around somewhere. Smell.
Well,
cut the bacon at fucking Grimnoid. One of the Cindy's. Why do I smell somebody sniffing me? That's a weird feeling. Oh, do not worry. That's as one of the dead wolf souls. What? He's just hearing it. This is money number.
God.
But yeah, Sam goes, yeah, all right. Okay, I wanted to crunch the numbers and get this plan, see how much of an impact it would be before I take this up to then Noah or a second in between. That way I have a case and it's not just a whimsy to them.
Yes, that makes that's a good idea, but there's another thing we should probably think about beforehand. If
Security matters?
well, not just security matters. That's not really my forte, but logistics.
Yes.
If we have this direct connection to the other place, that means we will have we will either need some capacity of our own to ship supplies out from here, and of course that means some sort of storage for the supplies here, as we like distribute them, and of course it also means we need some form of vehicle to get it around. I believe the rovers are more or less busy for most of the time, and well, to be frank, the supply ship can probably handle some of it, but it would have to do some finagling here, and I don't think we'll be able to borrow it anymore. If we do it, if we use it, we could of course try to acquire another ship, but that will be way beyond our budget, at least at the moment.
Well, I had been thinking of an original concept. I forget, was Fu Tao here when the train idea came up originally or no? No, he wasn't.
I think he was. No,
Was he?
I'm not sure.
Because the train thing was before Piku was recaptured, and then Fu Tao showed up, right?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right.
There was Sam's gonna hit a couple of buttons on like his PDA, and then like up pops like the The old train network design.
My
Well, you
God.
see, Futao, back many moons ago, many cycles ago, Hyde and myself to an extent, I forget. He like squints at the names on like the file, insert whoever the fuck else. I originally had a project uniting the various bases, but deemed at the time too inefficient and money constraints still. But what it more or less accounted to was a underground rail connection, kind of sort of to the various bases. Um, I'm sure you can understand why that deemed very, not cost efficient, considering. But we didn't have Hyde's mining droids or any wiggle room or the mastery that we do have now. I could speak with him on that. Oh, I will be speaking with him that anyway because I was hoping to push forward with a connection between bases anyway that did not more or less control the re- require ships or rovers.
Trains. He
So
he like leans back. They are quite a bit of an investment. I need to like run the numbers on this.
alright, Futo, go ahead and botch your check this time.
No, this will be like an off-camera thing. But
Okay. Were you worried Futo's gonna fuck it up, Noah style?
no, I just don't know like what exactly I'm gonna come up with.
Um, but yeah, it was more or less to be able to move larger volume from base to base, both more safely and securely, without having the need about in the future any possible improvements from um, uh I forgot what normal humans are called, unenlightened personnel, to not catch us.
Hmm, this is true, and we could also get rid of this. Well, we wouldn't need also would not need the supply ship that we currently have, if that's the case, as our own production. Well, is currently using one to distribute goods in general already. Hmm.
Yeah, it would be another movement of the budget around and potentially be more cost efficient, especially considering with Gripnoid now being open, a route from here to Visheslav's base, and then from there directly acquiring the foodstuffs in vast quantities, which we could then immediately offload directly back to the local station hub. Again, I don't know the name of it, to then be distributed out.
Yes. Yes. That would actually be very helpful. We could even become a supply hub ourselves this way.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Let's let's check this. Honestly, if we play our cards right, then I think the next facility after the fuel one should be an actual proper port. But right now we can. Right now a lot of the ships just dock at the in our hangar bay. But all in all, I think and that will mean that we like if we get too much traffic in there, it will impair the ability to properly get all the people out there. Well, to get all our ships repaired in time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we can perfectly weave that in, and depending on the output of the farming, I think like a lot of ships could actually end up docking here.
Oh, and the commodity exchange that in and of itself we could then profit off of, considering food production that Wishislav could be making. Futai, you're a genius. Also, Radamar, out of character. Gotta counteract the big brain Cindy's with a bigger brain.
I mean, it's not actually counteracting them. Like some of that is actually going to help them. Like especially the proper transportation will cut down on their own expenses for transportation. Like right now, they have to rely on like the other VEs to like essentially
No,
ship
I
stuff
know,
for them.
but like we're wrestling. My big brain is in like securing our personal control over these lines instead of a third party syndicate.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Let's see.
I am playing a better Ventru than I've ever played before as a fucking void engineer. I hate this. You don't understand the stocks we have to secure. But yeah, so that but yeah, Sam was that. I'll send a message off to Hyde then about that, but I can see the value of that, and that helps push forward the train plan a bit more aggressively. And even if it does not end up being trains, just a more underground, direct, secure route would be overall safer than being exposed to the surface with a rover.
And this is true. It also makes it easier to hide our activities in the long run. I believe Mr. Moran has talked about some concerns that we need to deal with in the long run about our exposure from from the unawakened, unenlightened ones. I mean, unenlightened. Fuck.
Yeah. It's okay, Futao. I understand what you mean. Programming error. No, I'm aware of that. I had actually brought that up when I arrived some time ago, but the presented timetable gave us a couple of years wiggle room, which is helpful because the original repair bay was designed with the idea of the unenlightened. However, the rest of it more or less needs to be retweaked. I'm unsure if the better route and cost efficient route is force fields, bending the light, basically self generators, or using disguises would be the better one at the current point in time.
That's once again not my field of expertise, but I'm sure our colleagues can figure something out in that regard. I would prefer, of course, the disguise solution, but that's merely me considering the monetary value.
Oh, that's what I was talking about, the cost effectiveness.
Well, cost effectiveness, that's actually easy to answer. I think the disguise one was the easiest, as we essentially just need to move a large amount of the debris around here.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's check. Jesus Christ.
But all right, yeah. And then I will see that. Do see if you can figure out more about the other syndicate members that are going to be sniffing around here in time. I'm going to go see about working out the proposal plan and hopefully getting it approved or looked at by Noah or somebody above us. Oh, and that's right. Hold on. One other thing. I was talking with one of the doctors from the basically mental health and they said to speak within the Cindy about potentially trying to acquire what technically is the name of what Dr. Zim is, like psychologist or
yeah, he's a psychologist.
Like what's the way of saying I don't want New World Order agents, but I want people that still do their job here. Like I'm trying to figure out the way to like phrase that.
Huh.
Because these are Cindy, they don't like New World Orders either, but you don't want to up and say, yeah, I don't want this convention at all near me.
Good
That
question.
could raise some undertone.
Yeah, huh. Good question, good question. I mean, you could get,
That'd be etiquette
yeah, I mean, probably some etiquette,
or politics.
no.
Like if I'm going at it from a political angle, that like they're not very cost efficient. Well, they slow productivity down, and they're always butting their noses in the stuff that they're good mannered, but they shouldn't be.
Um, mm, let's
I
see.
know this is a real weird one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, etiquette is probably the most, the best way to, since you're not trying to offend people, just give me like a charisma etiquette at,
All right.
I think basically to 6. Do you
All
have
right.
etiquette?
Yes, actually, I do have a dot of etiquette.
God bless.
Sam just has never done it before. I'm going to spend willpower on it. 4 successes. Okay. But yeah.
Okay, let's check, oh, you should. Yeah, no, you find a, I don't know how you do it out of character, but you find a way to like phrase it in a really good way. Also, I don't really cuck you uh, out of stuff, but essentially, like, even if you want to talk with the second command of Noah, like, he would just say, wait until Noah is back, since it's like a pretty big decision to like make personnel changes, and it's not an emergency. He doesn't want to like do it without talking.
Personnel changes. What?
I thought he wanted to like talk about getting.
No, I have to talk to Noah second about the teleportator, the quantum gateway
Oh
thing
no!
to the station.
Okay.
This role was to Futao to see if Futao could do any magic to help Azim's boys move in and cuck the New World Order before they can really try to,
Yeah. I get that. I don't that one I got, but the other thing I didn't. Okay. In that case, the problem is with the other one, that is also something that you would want to talk with every talk with Noah has that presents like a security risk and stuff like that. Like he says chances are good,
Mm-hmm.
but you really need to talk with Noah about that, because yeah, that's a really important one.
Does Noah come back later in the day? Because Emps and Noah were gone the entire day doing that, and they came back later that day, right?
Yeah, actually they do it. They essentially did like most of the stuff. Do use up most of the stuff, but you can probably like catch them in the evening. You get like a pretty exhausted Noah.
Perfect. Who better to attack Noah with? Um, and I guess in between that gap, I would just peek in on Lewis and make sure he hasn't done anything too unethical, because I'm still bitter about him and him cutting off a couple of years. So I'm gonna peek in and see how Lewis has been behaving.
Okay, do you have medicine?
No, that's fine. I have an A cerebrum. You have medicine, right?
She can have.
Yes, cerebrum does.
Okay, I guess you'll roll on her behalf. Perception, medicine. Difficulty,
He got some bullshit number of successes. I think he got like 3 or 4 successes to like cover up his trail.
and I remember. He had a good. Yeah, let's just roll at a 6 and see if he can oppose it. Actually, no, he rolled an 8. Just rolled an 8 as well then. So,
difficulty 8. Okay.
Yeah, since I think that's what he rolled at.
Would I have her spend a willpower on? Yeah, because I could get in trouble for this. Do they regain willpower like we do? Because they're true AI. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so she would have had full awareness, so spent it. So, would have had a willpower and book. You said perception.
Yeah.
Okay, then she does not have a specialty.
Sadness. But yeah. So for successes.
Yeah.
Let's say it's when a daughter. Yeah, you're.
When in doubt, don't trust the progenitor.
No, when in doubt, I'm gonna give you some play advantage here, at least this time, and say you barely cracked it, but yeah, Cerebrum notices that there's still some unkosher procedures in there. He properly heals them, but also he doesn't seem to do some extra to them. Every time. It's only small things. You see an injection of nano machines that are just a little bit too much. And you also see him see some of those charts that he has open. Some of them are not about healing but improving people. It's only
So
he makes sure that not a lot of people can see it, but when you peek in, you do see some of it, and but most of it is essentially just improving them, you do this improvement experiments, trying out new ways.
all right. The meme of the fairy parents where it's I'm respecting you by knocking, but I'm asserting my your right as the parent by entering anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or the battering ram. That's just fucking Sam to Lewis right now. He's just just Lewis.
Keep in mind that at this point in time there will still be injured lying around, since he's at his lab.
Are they critically wounded or
Depends on the patient. Most of them seem to be just basically recovering after having those procedures done to them.
Yeah, if there's no life-threatening ones that Cerebrum can tell, then I will wish to speak with Lewis outside of hearing range of them. But if there are people that are still legitimately hurt, I will just send him a message informing him that I want to speak to him after the personnel are attended to about, and it's just going to be a picture of his improvement thing, and it's just going to say, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You didn't get patient approval first. You remember what I said? The patients have to sign off on stuff, unless it's life-threatening, to go through with any of his procedures like that. I am not a cruel boss. I am just a very nitpicky boss. How does he react in the camera once he gets that pop-up to his message-wise?
Okay, see him at some point reading the message. He's and when he doesn't look directly at as you can probably see his face. When he reads it, he does quickly puts it away, looks to left and right, and then starts closing some stuff down on the screen.
Larry. I love Lewis to death. You know that, Redomer?
That's good.
He's not malicious and evil. He just doesn't care. He just wants to make things better.
Yeah, he's a very driven man.
Which is fair and understandable. But yeah, so then after that, I'll have Cerebrum just keep an eye on him so he doesn't immediately start being stupid again. And then I'm going to pounce on Noah.
But I'm afraid this one has to wait until next session, because we're already like at 2 hours 15, and it's getting late for me.
What do you mean? You said normal game time. We still got some time left.
No, it's like starting at our game time.
It's fine.
Like
It'll
no,
be real fast.
no, it won't be, and I need to like skedaddle and to bed. Or at least get my stuff ready, because I got to work
Get
tomorrow.
your stuff ready for having to strangle fucking Noah having to strangle me and vice versa.
Well,
All
no,
right.
it's more like
Well,
it's more like I need to get my stuff ready for real life stuff. You know, like putting out clothes and stuff for tomorrow,
okay.
brushing teeth.
Well,
and
then I
some
guess we have to say goodbye, bots.
goodbye, bots, indeed. While making already left. I guess that still means you can give me some in-character, out-of-character thoughts.
In character thoughts. I must secure my. I must consolidate control on Ceres. This Ceres will be my defiant. We will use this to launch a counterattack on threat known security orbit of Earth. Out of character. There's always why can't why is there always other people poking around? They should just leave this planet. Me and the others have it. You can trust us. They don't need money from the Cindies. Come to me and Futao. We can work something out. And I enjoyed this. It was nice being able to shotgun a couple things just to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's one of the advantages. Like normally it's not really possible to just talk this long.
Yeah, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
okay. And I guess it's time to end the stream. Well, I guess you already know how much XP.
I have no idea how much XP I'm supposed to have.
Oh, for this season we were supposed to get 3, and you're also supposed to get 1 willpower back from your nature. I think you're a Crusader. I think you did Crusading today.
All right, dope. Well then, I will see you Saturday then, good sir.
Yep.
You be safe. Bye bye, bots.
Bye bots indeed.